All right, and welcome everyone to the Legends Hockey League Season 14 playoffs. We are in the finals. Calgary swept Vegas 4 games to nothing, and then Chicago took their series 4 games to 2. And so we've got Calgary and Chicago playing for the Cup, Season 14. Calgary on Sunday won both the games, and so in a best-of-7 matchup, they have 2 games to go to clinch that cup. I'm Parabola, and with me I've got Capital Skis in the booth,
Glad to be here.
as always, and we are live from Don't Tase Me Bro, and both teams are in TeamSpeak. Looks like we may have a slight delay as we're getting on, so let's talk a little bit how both these teams have the roads to the finals here. Is obviously a lot of talent on these teams, names that you've seen before, constantly over the years, and so especially seeing, I think Guy Lafleur is the big thing here. I mean, being consistent, getting 2.6 points per game over an entire season, showing up consistently, having a fantastic goal percentage. I mean, he played great all season. With him, Quesado being the offense partner, and then Kiwi making insane saves all the time. Calgary has really just absolutely demolished their opposition all year. They only suffered 3 losses for the entire regular season.
Calgary's been fantastic through these playoffs. They've only allowed, what is it? They've only allowed 33 shots through 6 games, which is simply incredible from a team perspective. That's 5.5 shots against per game, and that's a level of defensive dominance we have not seen in the LHL before. And then, as you said, Guy and Otto have been absolutely insane, combining for 30 points together, and both with 11 goals. And it's almost impossible to stop them on the offense. But that is what Chicago is going to have to do if they want to take this series to Sunday. They're going to have to do the impossible and shut down Guy and force Tony and Bertha to play the puck more, because their mistakes are what led to all of Chicago's goals in the last couple games. And while Guy and Otto have pretty much been flawless this series.
Right. And it's important to note, too, that Chicago had a tough time finishing New York off. They were able to eventually do it, but that very climactic, I believe that was Game 4 to tie it at 2 apiece on that Tuesday last week, where Meat Cell came out of net with about 15 to 18 seconds left in the final period, down a goal, came out and scored it. And for a while there, Chicago was really flagging, but beating New York to get here, that's pretty huge. Getting to the finals, so it can't be denied that Chicago has the talent to succeed. But Calgary, all season they have been just absolutely dominant, and it's going to be a very long road for the Blackhawks if they can try to overcome what they've had so far. And I believe Chicago should be in red here. But yeah, it's a very exciting matchup, and like I said, big names on both teams. Calgary, I think their biggest stat is that shot efficiency. Over the season, they're at 49.47% shot efficiency. From what I remember, that places them in second overall, if I get my facts straight, as far as 5v5 season play goes, and that's the total number of goals scored versus the shots that they've taken as a team. So I mean, thinking about the shots that they kind of take, they're very efficient with their shot selection. They get inside, they shoot a lot, and they score a lot of those shots, and that's devastating. And the Chicago team has to find an answer for Otto and Guy.
Yep. Their shot percentage is actually lower in the playoffs than it is in the regular season, but they're putting over 11 shots per game. And no, I don't want him. But they're putting over 11 shots per game on net, and that is outstanding, as opposed to Chicago, who are only putting 6.75 shots again on net for themselves. they're going to have to up that number if they want to beat this Calgary team. You can't be relying on perfect shots at that low quality.
Without a doubt. And it's interesting to note here, as we were talking about, or rather Dial, and this is being a shot on, save made, rebound out to Dwayne, trying to get the puck and keep it inside. That goes all the way up to Drag, but that's Juice on the ice, and he's going to have a chance. Gets inside. He has a shot on the net. He shoots, but it's just wide and a little bit flushed the shot, but immediately Juice making a difference right off the bat, cutting inside, making the reception. That's the kind of play he needs to make. And so that's a replacement. He is in for Omaha, right? But he's playing on offense.
Yeah, it appears that way. I guess they weren't happy with Omaha's play, or Omaha just can't play due to ping issues today.
Either of those are definitely possible. So the lineups are this: BG, Juice, Lobster in a Bush, Drag, and Goose for the Chicago Blackhawks. They are down 2 games in a 7-game set. They're going to have to set it up here. And the Calgary Flames have Tony Flo, Dwayne, Big Burf, Keasato, and Kiwi in net. So big games we've got tonight as Calgary has a chance to do it all tonight. If they can't win both, then it'll be going over to Winters tomorrow, on Thursday rather, for the final 2 games if necessary of the series. Now, Chicago trying to clear this out of the zone. Drag turning outside to try to get that one, but Tony Flo tracks it down. He's in neutral ice, sends it across to Dwayne. Dwayne with a nice reception, but it goes past the stick, and now Juice is going to have a chance to get the breakout out for his team. But Dwayne with a great forecheck. It's in front. Keasato shoots and scores! And what a quick turn there as Calgary notches one with only 3:20 remaining in the first period.
Yep, it's those kinds of mistakes that are going to bury Chicago in this series. They have to play perfect, like we said in the pregame, and that is a costly goal to give up this early.
Oh, Otto nearly puts that one in. Here's Tony Flo with a return shot blocked by the defense. And now Dwayne is going to retreat to central ice to get this one. 1-0 lead quickly as we have played just about half of the first period. Now Juice, he's got a 2-on-1, but Drag, or rather Bertha, I think that was, coming inside with the play. That's going to be a shot on, saved by Kiwi. And Drag on the forecheck now. Calgary breaks it out for Otto, but it goes past his stick, and that was a fantastic play to keep that 2-on-1 from becoming a goal opportunity. Calgary playing great defense, but this is going to be Drag in front. He tries to tip it, but it's just wide. Drag in the corner now. He's got Lobster on the corner. The shot's going to come in, but it's just off the post. Rebound to Drag, and he's got a lane if he can get this one over to that middle lane. Turning and now trying to get that pass off deep to Lobster in the Bush. Has just a moment to shoot, but it's just off the crossbar. Bounces out, and now received by Calgary. Otto moving it forward, right to left in blue. Otto looking for a man. He's past his blue line now into neutral territory. Bodies Lobster in the Bush. Stays with the puck, but now BG is going to have it for the Blackhawks. Under 2 to go in the first period. Lobster in the Bush still on those boards. BG with the puck, getting forechecked by Otto. Passed up to Juice. Moves inside, but loses the puck to Bertha. Flings it inside. Keasato blocked away by BG, and now Dwayne with a backhand shot is blocked, and now Drag turning on this one. Bertha should be able to maintain possession easily. So the Flames playing where they like to with that lead early on, and that usually allows them to get better quick skate opportunities, odd man rushes, and things like that. I think they're going to try to take advantage again. They really need to capitalize early. Chicago is still a fantastic team. Here's a backhand shot and a save by Kiwi out from neutral ice. That was a spinning puck, and this one bounces into the zone. Keasato has a chance, and he puts it off the crossbar. Rebound out to the corner, and now Drag moving it through. He's got a 1-on-1 if he can make it past Bertha. Slows down a bit. He's going to go across. Oh, he's got a lane to the net. Moves to the backhand, and he shoots, and he scores! Drag ties it up with a BG assist with 0:59 to go in the first period.
Fantastic play by Drag, and definitely what this Chicago need to do to answer getting a goal before the period. They've definitely recovered from that first 2-minute onslaught by Calgary, where where Calgary had 5 shots on net in the first 5, but they have not allowed a single shot on net since that point.
Absolutely. Nice block there by Lobster in the Bush. Drag's going to come in on this. BG is there and moving off of it now. Otto in the forward check goes across the Lobster in the Bush. Trying to mount one more attack before time expires. Backhand shot by Lobster in the Bush is going to be high and wide. Kiwi clears, and it's going to go back to Chicago. They're going to have probably one more breakout attempt here before the period ends. Lobster in the Bush moving back. Lobster to Bush looking for the pass. Drag is there. Drag with a chance. He shoots. Oh, but it's not there. And now Bertha, with 10 seconds left, is going to go back around. And he misses his man, but no one's going to be able to cut in. That should end the first period. Here's going to be a last-minute shot, and that would have been a save by Goose. So excellent play by both teams. Chicago has recovered a little bit. They have it tied 1-1 going into the second period.
Oh, a great period from Goose. He had two great saves in the first minute, and according to your shot counter, he had 4 saves in the period. But it's definitely not a good sign that so many shots were taken so early. And Chicago's going to have to take the momentum early in this period if they have a chance of winning.
Drag nearly moving forward with that one. Almost had the walk, but lost it a little bit. And now it goes back to BG going up the boards. To Drag, gets the reception. No, I thought he had it, but I called it too early. Caster's curse. Tony Flo with the puck, going back to same side for KSR to Lobster, forechecking it. And now staying in the zone as Lobster, KSR tries the jump dangle, and it doesn't quite work. Pass is going to sail wide. BG tracks it down, back in his own corner, moving left to right, and red are the Blackhawks. Going around to Juice. Juice with the reception, Otto on him now. Drag is up there, gets it past as Juice, and another one. And Juice now just needs to fling this into the zone, trying to make the forecheck. And Otto nearly having the puck there. A dangerous spot for Chicago. BG backhands it, and Drag nearly tips it in, but Kiwi had the save. And now Tony Flo from his own corner moves it up, and BG rather lobs from the bush to Juice. And cutting inside to Drag now. Drag is going to have to pass it up and misfired. And now Dwayne moving it through with a shot blocked down, saved by Goose. And that one can get unpredictable as the defense tips it. It can be difficult to track those shots, but Goose did a great job sticking with it. But a shot blocked by Juice. He lost it for a second, but showed great presence of mind, got that stick up, made the block. Now Tony Flo moving it out from his own end. Misses the pass. Juice intercept it, and Otto bounces it off his stick. Dragon lobs in the bush moving in. Shot blocked at the left point. Still has it. Moves it inside. Blocked again. BG has to clear. Otto has potentially has the puck now. BG sends it inside. Tony Flo collecting it at his own corner with 3:19 to go. 1-1 tie. Third game of the LHL Season 14 Finals. Lobs in the bush. Pitches it up the ice. Blocked away. Turned over again. And now Juice going to collect this one. Nearly at the left point. Now takes a shot through the zone. Behind the net it goes. Drag tries to get to this one, but Tony Flo has the momentum. Going across. Tries to get Otto. Bounces wide of his stick. And both teams really trying for those long breakout passes. They're trying to stretch the defense out. But Chicago and Calgary both are playing excellent defense so far. And that's really reflected in that low score line with so many big hitters on the ice.
Yep, credit to Juice. He has been very good this game for sudden call-in in the LHL Finals, and he has had quite a few big blocks for the Chicago team, keeping the score and shot count low. Despite the initial turnover, he has been quite good.
Oh, and Bertha scores from a forehand shot from the right point. That one was wobbling through the zone. Calgary takes the lead quickly, 2-1.
That's a goal Goose is going to want to have back there from the point and unscreened. That's something he's got to save when your team's down 2 goals, and it's something he's going to be kicking himself about if they don't pull a win out.
Absolutely. The pass is going to sail wide of Lobster to Bush's stick. And Chicago still, it should be noted, they're still playing good hockey, but that shot, I mean, sometimes those shots just lay in on you, and it is tough to track them. So they're down a goal now, but they have had the momentum so far in this game. BG with going to be a shot. Oh, no! Tried to tip it, was Drag. And now back to KS Auto. They've got a 2-on-1. Oh, no, but blocked there by Juice, I think. And now Tony Flo moving it out. It's going to dump it away, actually. And Chicago has done a good job at creating offensive pressure. They need to move that puck more in the zone, get the passes off. They haven't had a dominating possession quite yet. But here's Drag with a chance, trying to move it inside. Kiwi is out of net. Kiwi does clear it to the point, and it bounces towards the blue line. Dwayne is going to have this one, bounces it through, and a nice deke inside. Keeps the puck, but loses it at the last second. KS Auto, though, receives it for him. Trying to cut inside now from the outside, and he's not going to have an angle. Retreats to the corner. Now moving inside again, blocked off of his stick, and finally gets bodied, stopping that momentum for a moment. Now Lobster Bush has it, goes across to Juice, and making the body is Drag. Juice cutting inside now. Juice looking for a lane, and it's going to go across after the block. Dwayne going across again, and it's going to be a turnover. Juice flips it into the zone. Drag is there. Drag can't get the shot off, but here's Juice moving inside. Juice with a chance. He shoots, but it's laid off of the outside, or the inside post, rather, and goes behind the net. That was a prime opportunity that you can't miss at this stage of the game.
Yeah. Like I said, Juice is having a great game for himself. Several opportunities, good blocks, good defense. He is being the player they need him to be right now.
Absolutely. If he keeps positioning himself like that, he's going to have some goals this game. Now, Chicago, with the chess match here, 13 seconds left. They try to decide whether they're just going to dump it in the zone, let Calgary deal with that 10 seconds on the clock. As they're content to go to the third period, they're only down a goal. 5 minutes to play in regulation. Chicago, Calgary, and it's Calgary 2-1.
Yeah. It should be noted that Calgary does score the bulk of their goals in the third period. While we don't have specific stats, they in all the playoffs, I believe they've scored at least 2 goals in the third period in every game, and that is something that Chicago is going to have to be very cautious about, as this Calgary team can just let the pour on the pressure in the third period.
Oh, quickly Drag with a shot saved by Kiwi. He came inside and just got that puck on net. And Kiwi has been staunch in net. Drag pokes it to the boards, but Dwayne is still there. Bounces it off the boards again. It's going to be dumped into the zone. Juice picking it up now. Otto on the forecheck. 4:36 to go in regulation. Juice trying to move it around. Gets the pass off. Dwayne on the forecheck. Tries to get it inside. Drag has been bodied by Tony Flo, who bounces it off the boards. And it's swatted into the zone. Shot nearly into the net, but wide. Now Dwayne in the corner tries to get the centering pass off. Otto trying to get it. Now Drag chips it up the boards, or up the ice towards the boards. Tony Flo keeps it inside. And it looks like Dwayne is going to beat him to the puck. Gets inside with it. Oh, but he misses the play. And now Juice, he's got a few men up the boards. He's got BG across, makes the pass. And it's a little bit slow, but he gets it to his man. He's found a lot of open ice. BG with a point shot, but it's wide. Lobster Bush receiving on the corner, trying to move inside with it. Turns it over to Dwayne, moves it inside, but Juice maybe able to pick this up. No, it's going to be BG. Going across to Drag. He's got Lobster in front. Lobster staying in a swat away by Kiwi. Shot was wide, but took it away anyway, so they dump it out of the zone, forcing Chicago back into their defensive zone to make that breakout pass. Bodied and nice reception there by Lobster Bush. Leaves it for Juice, cutting inside. Now Juice has a chance, blocked away by a nice back check by Dwayne. Lobster Bush, though, with a chance. He shoots! Big save! Kiwi! And the rebound to the point. And looks like they're going to have a one-on-one. Oh, Otto missing the breakout pass there. And he would have had a nice ride to the net there.
Yep.
And here's Otto with a reception. And he shoots, but it's off the inside post. And goes out. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is easily the best game Chicago's played in this series, and they are going to have to win this game in the next 3 minutes to make it worth it, because I don't know if they can repeat this performance next game. They've gotten lucky bounces, good opportunities, and good zone time, and they have held Calgary to their lowest shot total in the playoffs so far. But if they cannot win this game, it's going to be all for nothing, and that's going to definitely hamper their spirits for Game 4.
I think you're right. This game being a loss means that Game 4 is almost certainly going to go in Calgary's favor. But here's going to be a rush with the Lobster Bush shot just wide, and that was probably his best shot of the game. Now Dwayne moving forward. Under halfway to play in the final period of regulation. It's going to be Otto trying to move inside, blocked by BG for a moment, but Otto still has possession. Otto moving inside, got a centering pass, blocked for a moment. Dwayne, shot, scores! And Dwayne with the third goal for Calgary, moving it to a 2-goal margin. And that is going to be a backbreaker. Chicago has to apply pressure now. They've only got 2 minutes to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really unfortunate for Chicago. The defense was in the right spot. They even got a stick on the pass, but they just could not stop it from getting to Guy. And then Guy had a tap in for a goal there, and nice. Really puts this game out of reach for Chicago.
That was a nice block there. I believe that was BG. He's going to be inside, and Otto with a pass across, trying to make it fancy, but now it's Dwayne with the reception. Moving it forward now is Chicago, trying to get this puck out of their zone. Lays it on to Juice. Big Bertha is going to be able to squelch this shot almost definitely, and he does. It's going to go to the left point. and Drag staying up in the zone. Lobster Bush is there on the left point, bounces it through, bounces over Tony's stick. No, he swats at it for a moment, and Dwayne can't clear it, pokes it to Bertha. Now Dwayne moving it forward at his own blue line. Shot blocked by Lobster Bush. Otto on the forecheck trying to get this one, and he does. Moving it inside, he's got Dwayne on the corner, and Otto with a crazy angle shoots and scores. And that, I think, will do it for Game 3. They have a 3-goal margin, and that is going to be just about impossible at this point.
Like I said, Chicago, or not Chicago, excuse me, Calgary just pours on the pressure in the third period, and really, that's how they've won their series and games. Just never taking their foot off the gas and always running up the score in the third period when they have a chance.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. Chicago seems a little bit shaken. They had a 3-on-1, could not get the puck on net. And here's Lobster Bush trying to make something of it. Pass in front. It's going to be blocked by Otto. And now they've got a 3-on-1 to return, a 3-on-2. Otto moving it through. Dwayne is going to have a breakaway. Dwayne moving inside at the face-off circle. He's going to take it and shoot and score for his second. And that's 5-1 Calgary. And every successive goal here is ensuring that Chicago feels less prepared, less confident for that Game 4. They're going to have to win 4 games in a row if they're going to want to get this Season 14 Cup.
I think Chicago's going to be lucky if they win one game, honestly. This was their best game they've played against Calgary, and they lost 5-1. Like,
It speaks to the amazing effort that Calgary has on the ice. They've got a lot of talent, but every game they have shown up, they haven't taken games off, and you can see it works for them, and they are absolutely dominating in every phase of the game. After that tie, 1-1, they immediately go and they just start scoring goals like nothing ever happened. So a 3-0 series lead for Calgary. They've got a chance to clinch.
Yeah, and then credit to Kiwi, who I feel like is being overshadowed by Guy and Otto, but he has over a 75% save percentage coming into tonight's games, and that is unheard of in HQM ever, let alone the playoffs. And the fact is that even if you can shut down Guy and Otto, which the Chicago defense did for quite a lot of time through the first 2 periods, they just could not get the puck past Kiwi when they had the opportunity. And I think that is the deciding factor here, is that maybe they can shut down Guy and Otto 1 game out of 4, but they just cannot shut down 3 of the best players at their position right now.
Absolutely. I think this. You never want to say that you need to switch up your entire game plan, and especially in the playoffs. Chicago did get here, but they kind of got here off of the backs of weaker 5th and 6th place teams. They were able to get a lot of wins off of them. They have beaten Calgary once this season, but that's been it. Calgary has taken the rest of the games. At this point, you have to think that Chicago needs to switch up their game plan because they have been playing a defense first style of play. And while, yeah, you're going to try your best to bottle up Guy and Otto, but you kind of have to play knowing that they're going to put 3 on you every game at least, no matter what you do. They are going to score 3, and you're just going to have to score 4. And that's Chicago has to score 4 or they lose, I think. I don't see them winning any games in the remaining games that are going to be played out if they can't get 4 goals notched on that scoreboard.
Yeah, and it's not just scoring 4 goals. They also have to make sure that Calgary doesn't get out to a multi-goal lead, because once that Calgary team gets a 2-goal lead on another team, their confidence is just through the roof. And I don't think they could make any mistakes to blow that, as we've seen throughout these playoffs.
Right. And the other thing too is that looking at the difference, throughout the season, Chicago plays with the lead, and what they do when they get the lead is they stick their 2 defensemen back in their zone and they wait and they dump the puck and they wait. They get a goal lead and they say, "We're good with this. We'll take our chances once they come, but we're not going to force anything. We're not going to apply much pressure on the offense. We're not going to try some crazy breakup passes. We're just going to lob it into the zone, kind of play a dump and chase, and then just let the other team make mistakes." And it has worked for them this season. What Calgary does is they say, "Okay, we're ahead by a goal. Let's go ahead by 2." And then they go ahead by 2 and they say, "Okay, let's go ahead by 3." And they don't stop. And it works for them. For Calgary, the best offense or the best defense is a good offense in this case, because Otto and Guy create so much space in the offensive zone. They move inside, they drag two defenders with them every time because you cannot ignore them. When you drag those defenders inside, you give players like Bertha and Tony chances to cut inside, get shots on net for your forwards to pick up and score. It's a fantastic strategy, and it works so well because of the talent they have at every position. Calgary is a put together team. Bertha and Tony could be playing completely defensive positions where they don't go up at all, and they stay and they just dump and play defense all game and never shoot the puck. And it would still work in a team that used that strategy. Every player on this Calgary team is top two, top three, honestly, of their positions. And obviously, Kiwi's got to be best goalie in the LHL at this point. Do we have the playoff stats? Yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, you're right. 75.76% save percentage through the playoffs. That's crazy.
That is better than Gabe's save statistics from season 12, I believe. It is quite a bit better. As Gabe only had 70%. He was widely regarded one of the best goalies to play position that season.
It's interesting through the 6 games of the playoffs, Calgary is scoring in a much lower clip of their shots, but they are putting on so many more shots per game. Their average over the season for shots per game was 9.40. In the playoffs, it's 11.17. And I mean, that works out to some crazy numbers when you think about it. I mean, they've won what? They've played 6. They've won 6. Well, 7 at this point, right?
and they've won them easily. They've never really, or correct me if I'm wrong, but they've never played from behind. They've either been tied or had the lead all 7 games, haven't they?
I need to go back and check. That sounds correct. And obviously, yeah, I'm not certain that Vegas ever scored first in those games. I know that they had those 1-1 ties on Sunday, but it was Calgary getting the goal first from what I can remember. That'll be an interesting thing to go back and check. But yeah, playing from ahead, they've been very confident. They've been successful. 11 shots per game. That's just I keep coming back to that statistic because that's just absurd. When you have a 75% save percentage and you're getting 11 shots on goal per game and you're scoring on 38% of them, you're not beatable.
Yeah, this might be the best LHL team we've seen in the 5v5 era.
And it's not because of any overpowered trades or anything like that. It's just Calgary is just that good. So as we move into game 4 of a 7-game set, it is Calgary with a 3-0 series lead. Winning this game gives them the Legends Hockey League Season 14, whatever the name of the cup is, cup. As they get on the ice, it's going to be the same lineups as we saw in Game 3. As the puck drops, there's the face-off, and it's going to come back to Calgary. Bertha moving it through, looking to go back behind his own net, now bounces it off the corner. Calgary breaking it out. Dwayne up the ice for Otto, but blocked by BG to Drag. Now Drag moving it inside, getting to the left point, stuffed by Dwayne. And Tony Flo picking it up. He's going to loft it through back to Dwayne. Otto is in the zone with him. Dwayne moving it through from the right point, trying to cut inside, gets it past, and Dwayne with a chance, shoots, save by Goose. Rebound to the corner. And now Dwayne moving it inside, pokes it a little bit too much, but it gets a shot off just wide or just high of the net. And now Juice with the puck moving it through. Chicago feeling a little bit threatened. Calgary has come out with the knives out, and now Lobster in a bush lofts it up, trying to get it to the boards, can't do it, poked away to Juice. And now Chicago needing to regroup. They've got to start making some of those easy passes, moving the puck through the zone because they're not looking very confident. The forecheck is there, moving it up the ice to Drag. And Bertha on him. Drag moving it through, getting intercepted by Bertha, back to Juice. And trying to go up the ice, it's going to be Drag not getting there in time for Bertha. And Bertha, Drag pokes it away. And now Lobster in the bush with a chance, but he pokes it away from his stick just a little bit too much. And Chicago had a chance there. They had the 2-on-1 if they could settle that puck down.
Yeah, if Chicago's got any chance this game, they've got to get the puck in first and see how they play with the lead, because they can't keep repeating the same mistakes. And one of those is letting Calgary score the first goal early, and so they've got to find a way to will a puck past Kiwi right now
Yeah,
to extend their season.
it's going to be that Chicago just to use an overused cliche that I'm sure after I say it will make my eyes bleed. You just got to want it more. But at this point, really, like Chicago just has to play absolutely pristine. If they're going to win this finals, it's going to be the best play we've ever seen from an LHL hockey team, or not to beg the question, or it's going to be a monumental collapse. And now it's going to be Lobster into the zone, misses it to Tony Flo. Still scoreless through just about 2.5 minutes played in this first period. Misses the pass is Otto. And so far, after that initial barrage of action by Calgary, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. The passes have been getting made by Chicago, and they've been moving it up the ice and then getting intercepted at the blue line or so. Not too much action in the zone, but here's Otto looking to change it. Otto moves inside but misses the pass. Dwayne was there, but I think it was just a little bit past that stick. Now Drag moving it through, kind of trying to cut to the outside, but Tony Flo dislodges that puck, and now Tony Flo moving it inside, blocked away. Otto was there, but now BG has it, blocked by Otto on the forward check, and Otto moving inside to the point, now cuts, and bounces it back to Tony Flo, who's going to flick it into the zone. It's going to be high of the net. Goose staying inside of the net, and not moving out. Dwayne poking it. Juice with the puck now. Otto on the forecheck. And he's going to have a chance, but it's blocked by BG. And flung up the ice, very high, into neutral ice. And now trying to maintain possession. Oh, over-skating the puck was Lobster in the bush. And now Tony Flo, he's got Otto on his right. Tony Flo moving it through with a backhand shot, and he scores! And 1-0 lead for the Flames. 91 seconds in the first period to go. And I think that might be the last gasp that Chicago has.
Yep. That goal was solely Goose's to deal with, and he's got to save that. It was a shot that was savable and needed to be saved, and now they've given the reins of this game to Calgary, who excel when they score first.
It's a dangerous pass back, and it's going to be a questionable decision. But Juice inside, Drag nearly having the tip. Drag with the puck into the net. It goes into the side of the net, rather. And Big Bertha trying to get it out to Dwayne, and now moving it through. No, he misses it, and he's going to keep skating. Beachy just kind of got bodied there, I think, by Otto. I wasn't seeing it for a moment. Thought it might have been some more DDoS issues or something like that, but as it appears, he just got bodied there.
Yeah,
yes, I know it wasn't actually DDoS. And now it moves back to Dwayne going across. Otto trying to find some space. It's going to be BG with the puck, though. He's got Crab up the ice. Gets that pass off, but Bertha slowed him down. Now 20 seconds left in the first period. And Drag gets the body on. Lobster New Bush has to move forward. And it looks like Calgary's going to have the last chance of the period. But they missed the breakout, and with 10 seconds left, I think you got to be a little bit more aggressive than that. Here's 7 seconds. Juice shot, and Otto nearly with the reception. Bertha stepping up. Gonna have a shot, but it's going to be wide. Closing out the first period, and Calgary with a 1-0 lead that is a lot larger than life. And I'm not certain that feels like a one-goal lead for Chicago. Or a one-goal deficit, rather.
Yeah, honestly, if you're Chicago, you should probably take your time out now and discuss what your plan is going ahead, because you're in the same position you were last game, except you haven't scored yet. So I think you're going to have to reconsider what your game plan is, because right now theirs isn't working.
We'll have to see if they do decide to make any changes as this one is cleared into the zone. Question of whether that was a macro jump or not. Not entirely certain. Drag going across for Juice now at his own blue line. He's got to slow down to receive it. And now Juice lining up a shot. Trying to tip it was Lobster in the bush. It was on. Nice save by Kiwi. Now Lobster moving it through. Trying to get this pass in front. And a pass nearly goes in front. But Kiwi just swatted it away. Drag making the pass. But that's going to be flubbed to Tony Flo up to Otto. And now Otto trying to move it through. Trying to gain the zone. Blocked away. And cutting inside is Dwayne with a chance. And he backhand shot scores! And Dwayne with a ripper. right from about the face-off circle makes it 2-0.
Fantastic play by Guy to get the insurance goal, and just it's a case of another mistake by Chicago and Calgary capitalizing on it. And that's what Calgary has been doing these playoffs and all season, where if you make one mistake against either Guy or Otto, they'll make you pay for it.
They definitely never let you forget that they're on the ice. They've made their presence known in these playoffs throughout the season. They've been fantastic. This is absolutely the team that Guy Lafleur wanted coming into this thing, and he is playing well. Otto is playing well. Everyone's playing well. And that, make no mistake, every player on this team has played a part. And not to sound like it's the end or anything like that, but Calgary have set themselves up very well to have an excellent shot at winning this thing. And now Otto moving it inside. That was a great forecheck to keep that puck inside. Now he's got Dwayne in front, trying to get the pass off, bounces it off the boards once more, wasting some time. Pass misses in front. Dwayne is going to get this one first, though. Moving it into the corner, goes around, blocked away, and now Drag going to try to get to this one, but Tony is going to have it from the left point, lofted it on the backhand shot, tipped away by Otto. And the rebound to BG. BG looking for an angle, gets it across to Lobster Bush. And moving it through at the left point, tries to get in the zone, blocked away by Bertha. Dwayne trying to chop it. And now Otto should get here. Drag is going to try to slide this puck away, but Otto maintains possession. Oh, Drag nearly getting the shot off, but Otto just moved it away at the last second. And now Otto moving it up the boards and just absolutely dangling this entire team. Now finally making the block his juice, and that's a great play. Heads up, but they're not going to be able to get the puck back as Bertha takes possession now from the neutralized. The shot's going to be wide, and now Dwayne moving it through with momentum, spin shot and scores. And Dwayne left it on the line there for quite some time, but Goose couldn't quite find it. 3-0 lead Calgary. And Chicago, it just feels like that margin is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
Yeah, like we said, they're guaranteed to score 3, and Chicago has not kept this game close. So by our own metrics, this is going to be a Calgary win, but it'll be a comeback for the ages if Chicago somehow pulls this one out in the remaining 6 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be something. Here's Kiwi moving it through on the breakout pass, and Otto somehow stays on his feet, moves with it, cuts inside, but finally blocked by Juice. And at this point, it kind of feels like just here's Otto moving it inside. He's got a shot and he scores, and that's 4-0. And now Chicago here, they are in danger of letting this become a mercy, and if nothing else, they have to prevent that.
Yeah. And
At
just to put
least.
it in perspective, Guy and Otto have combined for 12 points tonight through 5 periods.
That is insane. They are absolutely running wild. Drag trying to get this off, but it's going to be Otto with a jump deke moving it through and stays with it, but BG now is going to intercept it. BG needs to get this shot on, but it's going to be wide, and the rebound cleared away by Kiwi. And that's the other thing at the other side of the equation is that Kiwi constantly getting those pucks out very quickly, getting that pressure away from the defense. He's able to make those plays. Otto with a pass in front, blocked by BG. 36 seconds left in the second period. Pass is going to be far behind Drag stick, and Bertha able to pop it out, but now moving it forward. But see, that's the kind of thing Chicago is not able to execute these plays because they know what happens as soon as they lose it. Everything is just going right for Calgary, no matter what Chicago does. But here's Drag moving it inside. He's got a chance. He shoots. Big save, Kiwi. And the rebound to KS Otto. He's going to try to move this across to Dwayne, it looks like. Stays on his feet. No, he moves outside. Backhand shot. Scores! And Otto with his second.
Have we ever had a mercy in the LHL Finals before?
I do not know. I'm going to...
That would be something to ask Dial. He's the historian of the...
Yeah, Dial, if you're out there, let us know. It's the end of 2. 5-0 lead for Calgary. They are on the cusp. 1 goal wins it. And we will see.
I don't... At this point, you're not going to win if you're Chicago, and you know that. It's just... playing for pride at this point, I guess. Like they made it here and against a good New York team, though that might be construed due to two of New York's best or players not being there. But this Calgary team has just been absolutely insane, and I have never witnessed a team win a playoff or win the cup with such ease before. This
In the
might be the first
5v5 era
time.
too. This
Yeah,
is not 4v4. And that Calgary, they are playing like it is. And there's going to be a shot on, save made. And every save here is very important for Goose, obviously. And it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. BG trying to move it through. Drag, not going to be able to get there in time. It's thrown back into the zone by Tony Flo. Chicago just needs to hold out for 4 minutes. Maybe score a couple of goals if they can, but really the main priority, just stay in the game. No matter what, stay in it. Don't let that goal in. Here's going to be a flying shot inside, and Tony Flo wins it with a flying, physicking puck from neutral ice. 6-0. The Calgary Flames are your new Season 14 Legends Hockey League champions.
yeah, and we did hear back there had been a mercy in the LHL Finals before, though I don't know if it was the game or the cup winning game against Philadelphia and Dallas a couple seasons ago. But absolutely brilliant play from Chicago. Never even was, never even didn't have the lead this series, or excuse me, never trailed in this series for a second, and easily walking their way to a cup. And this is truly a spectacle to see, and maybe the best team we've seen in the 5v5 era.
I mean, they've been dominant from just about every statistic. And this last this last game before they scored after the game was over, what was it? Was it 7 shots, 6 goals? Was that what it was?
This game,
Yes.
I
I think that was
think,
the one saved by Goose.
yeah, it might have been 7 shots, 6 goals.
Man, what a dominating performance, and they've done it. That's it. They've
Okay.
won the games. That's it.
So this is the second team to sweep both rounds to the cup. The first was Philadelphia, who did it to Dallas.
What
And
season was that?
I want to say that was season
It's
10?
what season? Season 9.
Season 9.
So that's still in the 5v5 era.
Mm-hmm.
I just
It'd be very interesting to see those two teams play, because I believe the Philadelphia was Zam, J. Lalu, Briz, D-Man Jerry, I want to say. Maybe not, but
sounds right.
and someone else. Yeah, according to Die, they're much less dominant. But congrats to Calgary. Great series. And it's proper for them to end on a shutout from Kiwi to
Yeah.
maybe push himself over the 80% mark for the first time in LHL history.
I mean, just dominant. I don't know what else you can say. There are maybe no statistics to quite accurately convey just how impossible every team playing Calgary found their task. But I mean, it is what it is. That they dominated all season. They were the favorites entering the playoffs without a doubt. New York was finally starting to find a rhythm, and New York took a couple games, I think, from Calgary in the regular season. But Chicago coming out firing, they got the series win over New York. It was a tough fight, and then Calgary just comes in and says, we've waited a long time, and we're just going to go ahead and score some goals and end it. And that they took over every game. There was never a point in the game where you were like, Calgary is in serious trouble here. There were points where you're like, okay, if Chicago keeps it up, maybe they've got a chance. And that was about all you could say, is that they might have a chance.
Yeah, I think the closest Calgary came to losing was Game 4 against Vegas, where Selflug had 3 goals, and I believe they won that series 7-6 or 7-3. That game 6 or 7-3. So that just to put in perspective
Yeah,
how
that was a
easily
six
they've
to three win. Yeah,
how easily their path has been
it's
how easy the path
4-0,
has been to go.
6-2, 3-1, 6-3, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, and 6-0. So in their goals against during Chicago, those series, they only allowed 1 goal max, shut out the last one. Against Vegas, they allowed 0, 2, 1, and 3 goals. And I mean, there's not much more you can say. But Guy Lafleur has done it. His team raising the cup high, season 14 champions. They are victorious. I don't have any
And then
graphics for this.
with the player protections next season, it's going to be very interesting because now Guy's guaranteed to get his GM spot back, and he's absolutely going to protect Otto. And it's not too far fetched to assume he's going to be able to get at least 2 of the starters back, and then I think he specifically have to target Kiwi. But I think if you get Otto and Kiwi back, I think you're on your way to another cup next season.
Yeah, that's going to be massive. And season 14, let's see. Forgive me, Dial. I am forgetting the date that we're starting
User
at
joined
season
your
15.
channel.
What is up, season 14 champion Guy Lafleur?
Hey.
So on a scale of neutral to neutral, how do you feel about these playoffs?
I expected us to lose games. I will not lie to you. I mean, I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging about that. I really thought that probably sounds really bad, but
You kind of have a little bit of a right to be slightly arrogant about this one, because y'all dominated the entire series.
I don't know. I never appreciated that from other people, so I'm gonna try to steer clear myself.
I'll say it for you, Guy. I don't think anyone goes into the playoffs expecting to sweep their way to a championship.
Yeah, that's basically what I meant.
There, yeah,
but,
that's a good way to phrase it.
A lot of the games were close up until a point. For some reason, we were just really good in the third period.
Yeah, that's Capital I. We're discussing that. Your team's third period performance really seemed to seal those games for you. Aside from this last game where it felt like Chicago was just fighting for air the entire time. Throughout the regular season and the playoffs, your third period performance has been just frenetic. KS Auto and you going forward, and not unheard of to have you guys scoring 3 to 4 goals in the final period of play just to to end it out. And how many shutouts, or not shutouts? How many? Not I'm trying to think of the word mercy games. We're not tracking that on the normal stat sheet. It doesn't look like. But
I believe this is their only mercy.
In the
well,
playoffs,
of the playoffs.
yeah,
I mean, during the regular season.
Yeah, in the playoffs. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like 3. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean that. It just feels like it was constant, just winning.
It's the complete opposite of every other team I've been on. If I'm being honest, like most teams I've been on, we would always crumble in the third period. So this was a nice change of pace, I guess. I don't know. That's this team in every way, though. This was completely different from any team I played on.
Mm-hmm.
It just yeah. What else can you say? So who gets puck of the game? Who gets third star? All the words.
Play of the game was Tony with that absolute nip to end the game. No, that was I didn't feel too good about that. That was a little ridiculous.
I can't find the right one. I'm sorry. Well, I thought I had the Overwatch one, but that's fine.
So moving forward next season with protections, are you going to try and bring back the core of the team, I guess, and you, Otto, and Kiwi?
That'd be good. I don't think Huey wants to play goalie next season, so I might
Oh, that's true.
get him as like a defenseman or something. I have no idea who's gonna sign up, but I'd like to protect Otto, obviously.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Calgary will be beatable next season without the best goalie in the league and
Man, yeah,
best
that's
point scorers.
That's another thing. Kiwi was just ridiculous this whole season. I had other goalies in mind, like going into the draft, and I was like, can he possibly play as well as he did last season? And he managed to, like, pretty much play better than any goalie I've had behind me.
To address Gabe's concern, Kiwi has beaten you in every statistic goalie-wise in save percentage, goals against, and shutouts, I believe. So you are not the best goalie in the league, Gabe. Just to answer the fan questions coming in.
He's replying very quickly.
Alrighty then. But regardless, Kiwi it's outstanding to have a goalie post over a 75% save percentage in the series and be only the third best player on your team behind you and Otto. That's something incredible to witness.
It's really night and day, and it changes the way you can play the game too. Like, if you're confident in your goalie, not just making saves but playing the puck, you can be a lot more aggressive. And Kiwi had like 10 points in the regular season, so you can definitely tell that it helps. Like last season, my team save percentage was like around 50%, and I think that was just what was dragging us down all season. But yeah, good goalie, definitely important. People understate how important it is. People say it's an easy position, but I don't agree with that at all.
I don't know if anyone said it's an easy position.
Gabe might say it's an easy position.
Well, people I shouldn't say that. I'll say people say like, oh, you can put like any LHL player in net and they'll do all right. But I don't really. There's some things that you just have to play goalie and like get used to, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I
Words.
don't have any more questions.
Yeah, that's. I mean, game. You wanna have any words to say for all the adoring millions of fans watching us?
I don't think so. I was gonna ask one question of my own. Are you guys gonna cast next season?
Ooh, that is a loaded question.
I
Oh,
am. Are you hoping we'll say no or yes?
I'm hoping you'll say yes because it is very hard to find casters.
I'm planning on playing again next season, so probably not for me.
I am still undecided. Said what the draft is going to be July 6th or
6th or
9th.
9th.
So that's going to be tough. My project closes out July 15th, and then we're going to have some more work after that. Honestly, I'm leaning towards casting. We will see. It's going to be a hard decision because I really love playing, but I feel like I'm kind of filling a role that's not there consistently aside from winters. You know, like we don't have the consistency on stream as much, so I feel like that's kind of changed broadcasts a little bit. I don't know. It's a 50-50.
Yeah, we definitely appreciated you guys this season because I know, I mean, we had you guys in winters usually, or at least Para in winters. If Skeeves is around, he'd cast, but we always had that one other day where it was pretty hard to find someone. And you were even filling in for us on some of those days, so it's greatly appreciated.
Well, I thanks for the shout out. It's been fun, honestly. It's kind of exciting to be able to scream about virtual hockey and feel like, hey, you know, that's pretty cool, or whatever the meme is nowadays. I think that's it, right? Yeah, I think that's it.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not gonna go in like I did on that RSL season 12 or whatever and stay on for an hour after. So from all of us
here, I'm
here,
sure the 11 viewers will appreciate that.
I'm sure. Yeah, we've got so many. And Gabe says you can put any good forward in net. He'll be incredible after a few weeks. Carolina would have won. That they won the popular vote, and we should have won. So yeah, I mean, sure, absolutely. I think you've got a case there, Gabe. I would probably take that to the Supreme Court. I'm sure they'll do just fine for you. Anyway, friendly ribbing aside, from all of us here at the Legends Hockey League HQM Network, from me, Parabola, our non-existent networking engineer, that guy that was supposed to keep the servers. No, I'm just kidding. We also appreciate shout-outs to Collector for the servers. Actually, seriously, thank you for having servers, because without consistent servers, this game wouldn't flourish. So that's something to be pointed out as well. For all the casters over the season, for the players, for the teams, and we bid you a good night.